Welcome to the Land Your Bet Sports Betting Live Show for Friday, December 6th. It is Giannis's birthday, by the way. Thank you very much to the commenter in the YouTube video from last night who put that out. Where was it? It was Peter. Really good look. Peter Russo's brought up that it's Giannis B-Day today. That was wonderful. I appreciate that. I wanted to look at some Giannis stuff with you guys too on that note. So we'll take a look at that. The only bet that I have in right now that I'm putting on the bottom line right now as we speak to get it going is Walker Kessler. That's where I'm at right now. I wish I liked the slate more than I do right now, but I think we'll still be able to find stuff. I took his PR. So it's going to be scrolling on the bottom line for Walker Kessler over 20.5 points and rebounds. Like I said, on the bottom line now. So that is one I wasn't even able to get out in the video, and then was looking back at it and was like, this man is on one. So we're going to start talking about him. I like his stuff in there. I'll start sharing my screen in a minute, but just want to remind everybody, if you're new here, go ahead and jump into the comments, bring your bets. Another shout out to my guy David, who is in here helping us out and is going to be all over the place producing like he was yesterday, helping out. So if your comments are coming in, he's going to get that down on a sheet, and we'll find all those and put them up for you. So yeah, definitely jump in there with those comments. I'll be pulling some of these in now. I mean, I'm down to take y'all's looks right now, to be honest, because what I have that I'd like to look at is I'd like to look at Al Horford. I want to look at Giannis, and I was looking a little bit at Draymond. So I'm going to start with those while people are rolling in and get that going. But good to have y'all in here today, man. We got the usual crew. Always have young and nice and early. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, so we'll look at Miles and John Collins. Under for John Collins. Interesting. All right, yeah, interested in that. Take a look at that. And then, yeah, the Boston props, I want to show you guys some stuff because we know Zinger is out, right? No more Kristaps in this game, but we do have Al Horford, and it looks like we got everybody else. I don't think Jason Tatum is going to be ruled out, but I know I believe they're back-to-back, where tomorrow they play Memphis. So that's why it's just as important to look at who they're playing next as much as who they just played. Let me just start sharing my screen so we can I can show you guys what I'm looking at before I keep going. But happy Friday to you as well, the real DeBow. And then you were wondering about Drummond. Yabu did us dirty last game in this exact same spot. So I'm not really sure just yet. But what's up, Phil and Oss the Wop? And we got Wasp, excuse me. And we got Go See Mike. What's up, man? Let's see. Face Sports was talking about Matherin over. Matherin ain't been going over very much. I got him in the doc too with Mike. David's got him in the doc, so we'll take a look at him. Miguel is talking about Gobert. Yeah, Giannis, I think we're going to look at. I was just mentioning, if Peter Russo's in here, I appreciate you, my man, for throwing out the birthday angle for Giannis. It is his birthday. He's only played on his birthday 4 times this year. I'll show that here in a second as well. But good look on Vooch. Vooch is out of control, bro. He is on one tonight, or this year in general. So good look there. Yeah, it's true. I don't know what happened to Zach LaVine last night. I mean, we'd be fading last night's results if we took LaVine. He was 11 points last night, right? Was he 4 for? He took 11 shots and had 11 points in like 33 minutes. Got a lot of cardio in there, did Zach LaVine last night. What's up, Thomas? Good to see you, man. What's up? Earn your leisure. What you got? We the fifth has under CP3 and Dre. Okay. All right. We'll take a look at that. I think you're probably right about CP3. This is the 3rd game of 4th nights for the Spurs. What's CP3, like 40? He's fucking older than me. Run it back again with the Vooch. I can see it. I'm definitely never gonna talk shit on Vooch this year. He's killing it. Yeah, okay, we can look at that. So you want to see how Anthony Davis performs when LeBron doesn't play? What website would do that? There's a lot. If you just want when he would or wouldn't play, there's a couple ways to do that. I'm gonna leave your comment up for right now, Austin. Like I was saying, I want to take a look at your comment, Austin, to show everybody that stuff. So I'll be looking at that here in a minute. Apologies for running away for a second. All right. The other ones. What's up, Codis? Good to see you, man. Is it what's his son's name? Deuce. It's Deuce's birthday today. Interesting. Another good look. I like this, bro. I like these angles where you guys talking about Giannis' birthday. We got Tatum on his son's birthday. I believe in this stuff. These are still human beings that are gonna have sort of human being motives to do what they do, right? Let's see, my guy Jabba the Hutt. What you got? Shaden Sharp. Yeah, I was looking at Anthony Simons. He's gonna have Keontae George on him, who is easy pickings for defense. But I don't think Bron's out. I think he was questionable. I know that, but I do think he's going to, I mean, you can't come out that was the most embarrassing loss of the season for anybody against the Miami Heat last game, was it not? So I feel like he's got to come out and play in this game. So I'm not totally sure, but yeah, I like Paul today for sure. I think 17.5 is still low. We'll take a look at that. But I want to start sharing my screen and go over this real quick, because this is going to be helpful for both the standby. Both the Celtics and the Lakers is what we were just talking about. So what I want to show y'all as I bring this up, get over here and bring this up. First of all, if you are not using this site at all, it's super helpful because it's got the schedule on a grid. This is helpful to see who they're playing next, not just who they are playing that day or who they just played, right? So for Boston, it's good to know that they're playing Milwaukee tonight. Tomorrow, they're playing Memphis on the back-to-back. So we got to keep that in mind with the rotations. So we'll probably see Zingas tomorrow. We're not going to see Al Horford tomorrow. So Al Horford is going to probably play normal minutes tonight, right? Like, I think that's the takeaway that you get here. And some guys, they're going to be looking to get guys probably off the floor if they can. Not that this Milwaukee game is going to be a blowout, but they're going to be monitoring minutes for tomorrow as well against Memphis. So keep that in mind. Same concept for a couple of these other teams that are going to be on the back-to-back tomorrow from Friday. So this is a perfect site to be able to see that stuff. Actually, is there another team on a back-to-back? Might just be the Celtics. Anyway, they are going to be on that. So that's really helpful. This is #basketball. Really just recommend using this as like a really quick go-to when you're starting your research. This is the site that I want to bring up real quick. This is Fantasy Labs. You don't need to have a pay for a subscription to get this info. And this is going to be super helpful for the on-off stuff. And shout out David, because he was the one who brought up, he's producing the show, and he brought up the StatMuse stuff. StatMuse is always going to be a really simple, quick go-to for just when a player played with or without a guy in a game. So if you just want to go Anthony Davis with and without LeBron James, let's do last 2 seasons, right? Because you can't just do his whole career. So StatMuse, if you're not aware, you do need to pay like a $20 a month subscription to get unlimited and be able to just do this at your leisure without getting like limited with how many searches you can get. This is helpful. It's not everything though, right? I think what's a more specific way to ask the question, how does Anthony Davis perform with and without LeBron? It's actually just on the court, not on the court. It's not really even just the whole game, right? And that's what this is going to be able to do. This is linked in the description of the video as well. It's fantasylabs.com/NBA/on-. Like, it's pretty easy, but the link is in there. And what this is going to do is allow me to put everybody that I want on the court versus off. So I'm going to take the Atlanta Hawks. Yes, Pete. Yo, Pete, I brought you up. I'm so glad you're in here. I love this angle, brother. I'm so glad that you brought this up. You are my guy for this, because I totally buy into this. I want to talk about that in a minute with Giannis and his birthday, but I'm really grateful that you're here so I can show you that, because that's fire. All right, and this is like people helping people, man. Just because I'm the one with the video doesn't mean Pete can't jump in and help me out, which is what he did. So I appreciate the hell out of that. All right, Fantasy Labs right here. On-off court. So I'm going to change this to the Lakers to start this, but I want to do this with the Celtics as well, because the Celtics are a team with like 6 all-stars on one team, right? And so we kind of need to know when they don't play a guy, when they do play a guy, how do these combinations of players play well together, right? And this is my preferred one to do it. There's going to be a couple other, like Court IQ is usually going to be the sort of the technology that is describing what we're going over here, Court IQ. So I'm going to take on court and I'm going to go AD, and I'm even going to add a couple more, because I know Austin Reeves is not playing tonight either. So I can be super specific and go, what does AD do when he's playing with D'Lo? I'm going to leave LeBron off. I'm going to put Rui in there because I know he's playing tonight. And I'm going to leave like Dalton Connect and those guys off because they weren't there last year. We're not going to have a big enough sample size. But if we look right now, this is on advanced stats. So I'm going to change it to standard. But this is this season, right, for Anthony Davis and everybody. So this is going to be when these dudes are available, and LeBron James, I have to go to off court, and say LeBron James is not on the floor. So what happens when AD, D'Lo, and Rui are all on the floor together this season, and LeBron is not on the floor with them? So there's been 84 total minutes for these 3 dudes, 47 for Reeves. So you can see, right? And let me also do off court Austin Reeves because he's not playing tonight. So I've done this now where I've filtered it. So I'm looking at the actual minutes, not just the game, but the actual minutes that are played, where AD is playing with any combination of D'Lo and Rui but not with Austin Reeves or LeBron James, right? And so now this is a lot more specific for me to be able to use this data to go, all right, so what's the likelihood? And I have per 36 because these dudes aren't playing 36 straight minutes together. They're playing however many minutes they are, right? And in this case, it's like 36 minutes total on the season. But if this were 36 for the whole season, what would this be? Or in one game, what would this be? So for AD, you can see in these situations, he's taken about 10 shots. And is this per 36? Damn. He's not taking very many shots in these situations. You got him at 24 points, but D'Lo is the one kind of going off. Now, this is without LeBron, right? And that's also in part because AD is playing mostly with LBJ. But I don't think he's gonna be out. I think LeBron's gonna play. So I think it's actually more helpful to put LeBron in. And that is going to help us understand what is projected to happen a little bit more than just having LeBron off, because I think he's playing tonight. It's total speculation. I don't know for sure, but that's what I think. So in these situations this season, we look at with LeBron, blah, 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 can you just go straight to points? LeBron's at 18 per 36. This can't be right for AD though, unless he just has not played, because he's not taking 10 shots per 36. Right? I guess so. I cannot believe AD is doing not doing anything when these dudes are on the floor together. But either way, so we got D'Lo more likely on the force. You see what I'm saying? Like, these numbers aren't like that great for all these dudes off the floor. So just wanted to point out this one. This is linked in the description as well, like I said. So if you are looking for that for the on-off or with or without, those are the two main ways that I'd be doing that stuff. I think it's actually going to be a lot more helpful if we go do this real quick for the Celtics, because I want to take Zinger off and put the dudes that we know are going to be in there and see if we can't find anything. The things that I'm eyeing just like off bat in that Boston game, since it was brought up, I was looking at JB to go off. I don't know if you guys remember the pettiness that was going down with Jaylen Brown and Giannis last game, where Giannis gave him the handshake and then took it back. And then Jaylen Brown called him childish. And then Nike tweeted at Jaylen Brown like for some reason it was mad weird, and then Jaylen Brown was like, that y'all have weird energy, which is very true. Nike was like, nothing childish, because Jaylen Brown and the Greek Freak were having a thing back and forth, and Jaylen Brown coach at Nike like, what are you even talking about, man? Like, just stay out of it. But anyway, so I do think that Jaylen Brown is the one I would be looking at. We've seen the team kind of rally around him in this situation too, and feed him the ball a ton. Maybe some Q1 stuff. What's he at there? 5.5. I think he probably comes out strong. I think that might be a look as well. I'm gonna put that on the bottom line so I don't forget about it for right now, which is over on the first quarter points for JB. Right now, the only bet that I actually put in was Walker Kessler over 20.5 PR. I would take that up to 21.5. That's probably going to get bet up, so I would still take that. I'm going to take. I'm just putting down over 5.5 Q1 points right now for Jaylen Brown, because that is very interesting to me. The other one I was going to look at too, and I'm going to show you guys the court IQ stuff here in a sec. But the other one is is Al Horford, and then we're going to look at Giannis, because Peter brought up correctly that it is Giannis's birthday today. He's played 4 times in the NBA on his birthday, so I want to look at that. But check out the bottom line. Also, quick reminder: I haven't said it yet, but go ahead and give that video a like if you have not yet. It goes a super long way to help out. If you get anything out of the stream, super helpful. So much appreciated. Let me get to the Boston stuff real quick. So this season, I'm going on court with Papa Al, D White, JB. I think Tatum's playing. I guess they could save him, but you don't save him against the Bucks. I think they want to win this game. So I'm putting these 4 dudes on the court. I don't actually know. I believe who they've been starting in this. I think some Sam Hauser we've seen as well. So let's put Sam Hauser in there, and then let's take off the Zinger. Where you at? Kristaps. All right, Kristaps. So we've got. Did you not get my on-court players? Come on, man. Al Horford, Derek White, what? Off-court, on-court. Why can't I put Derek White on there? All right, what's happening? My bad. Oh, it just didn't pull it through. So we've got Zinger off-court. On-court, we've got Papa Al, Derek White, JB, Jason Tatum, and I'm going to leave Hauser off for now. I don't care about Hauser. So when this combination of players plays without Zingis, who's doing what? So Al, still, if he played 36 minutes per game with this lineup, at 14 points. JB's at 25. Tatum's at 23. His rebounds are at 10 a game, though, and his assists are about 5.3 if this was an entire game, or excuse me, 6.7. So yeah, I actually do like the rebounds and assists a lot for Jason Tatum when he's in this situation. Now that I'm also going back to it, I mentioned that on the video that came out earlier. We can still get 13.5. It's been bet down a little bit, but I do think this is the play for JT tonight, as much as anything in this matchup. If we look at him versus this team real quick on the head-to-head. What's up, Daft? Daft, help us out. Give us winners today, brother. Appreciate you. Head-to-head last season, 12. That was 1 by 11. So 14 rebound chances, though, 11 potential assists. That was without Zingis, which is fine. He actually does a little bit better rebounding with Zinger, to be honest. But I love this right here. I love this look where it's telling me that when he's playing with this lineup this season, which has been 200 minutes with these dudes, nothing like this is a really good rebounding and assisting situation for him. So I'm actually going to take that. That's the look right now for JT. Is if you can get this minus 115 still. The best number, yeah. And there's a couple, yeah, that's hanging around. I think that's the look. I'm putting that on the bottom line right now. So I'm going to get that in there. We got Tatum over 13.5 RA is minus 115 on Bet365. That's where I would take that if you can get it. And I would play that to about minus 125. I'd have to look at the number a little bit more clearly, but I'd have to, I do think that's a good look. So I'm going to get that in there. That's scrolling on the bottom line. I'm going to get that one in real quick as well. Got to hit up the VIP. And my guy. Yeah, that's going to be a bet. RA bet 365 All right. Bet. Let's keep it rolling. The other one I was looking at here was so I just want to actually get back to the fantasy labs real quick. Just get back in the lab and pull up the other dudes real quick. So we've got Derek White, 16 points is what he's averaging in this situation. I don't want to say this is the end all be all. It's not like you pull this up with the lineups and you're like, well, this is the numbers that they're going to get tonight. It's not what I'm saying. It's just I like their tendencies in these situations. Man, Jaylen Brown, they're all just look at all these threes for these dudes when they're on the floor together. Unfreaking stoppable. That's wild. Neemias Queta, he's getting some time too. I was looking at him at the boards. We're not going to have his prop up yet, right? We don't have any Neemias Queta stuff because he's not going to start in this game. We're probably going to see Sam Hauser start alongside the other four. No, yeah, they haven't been putting Peyton P in there. So ETR doesn't like Peyton Pritchard, by the way, today. Push a P as we know him. So keep that in mind. But let me get through this game real quick and I'll get back in the chat, see what y'all are looking at. And make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, I mean the look here for what's up, Kings and Queens, for Dame. Yeah, let me look at Dame in a sec. The other Dame and Giannis, the last dude on this squad was Al. I mean, what was this stuff here with Al real quick? When he's out there in this situation, yeah, he's not really getting many dimes, but the 14 points, that was what I was looking at, was the points, right? Because even when you just do it like this on Props Madness, which, by the way, got to pump Prop Madness a little bit more. That's totally on me. It is, we got a little deal going for Props Madness since I am a partner now. So if you do want to get a little bit of a discount on Props Madness, use code LYB, get 25% off your first month. This is it, man. Like, I've been waiting. I've kind of complained about it on the show before. I've been like, why is Pips not reaching out to me about a partnership? And then he did. And also apologized to me for being late, reaching out to me for a partnership. That's my guy, though. So I'm happy to be on the squad, and am definitely telling you, like, this is it. This is the one, man. And it's only getting better. So yeah, this is a product I very, very much so believe in. Have nothing bad to say about. I would be jumping in here if you're doing NBA or WNBA. I really don't know why you wouldn't use this. It's going to be so much faster. But all right, the Al Horford stuff. If I just take out these homies real quick, if I just take Zingis out, we're looking at pretty nice hit rate on the points. That's this season. We can also do this on StatMuse. This is pretty helpful just for Al Horford with and without Porzingis last two seasons. Yeah, so without, everything goes up, right? Mostly the points and the rebounds get up to 17. I believe his PRA, I don't know if I want it, to be honest, 16.5. It's not too bad. PRA here, we've seen the last two is 17. Yeah, it's about 20 per game without Porzingis. Not enough to make me just go like, let's get it. But you can see the points are what go up a lot. And he's going to be needed in this game. He's going to be there, they're big. We'll probably see a bit more Cornette. We're not going to see any Xavier Tillman. And then we'll see some Neemias Queta. I just don't know which behind of the two backups are going to be out there, but I know they want Al out there. If you can project him for 30 minutes, then you can feel good. I'm just taking the points. I don't know why I'm still dilly-dallying on this. Why would I add the rebounds and assists is the question. I guess, yeah, the 3 assists, 6 boards. This is nice. It's 14. I mean, the PRA itself is nice. Maybe that is the play. Now I'm talking myself back into the PRA. You get that at minus 110. He's just doing a little bit of everything. He is actually pretty involved against his team. Earlier in the season, he had 16 and 27 minutes. Yeah, that was also without Porzingis. Just went under it. 27 minutes. They won that game by 11. I don't think it's going to be a blowout tonight at all. I think Al Horford's the PRA is the play for him. I'm going to put that in. But the points are speaking to me as well by themselves. I got to make a final call on that one. Over 16.5 PRA or 8.5 points as well. I mean, it's the points obviously he needs to hit some threes, but all right, keep that moving. Let's look at Dame. And I forgot what you had brought up about that real quick, Daft, when you brought it up, which was I got you right here. Where you at? Yeah, thank you, David. Points prop. Yeah, it would be the points, right? What was his stuff last? I don't really want to just resort to last year to use that too much. It was 1-1. That's a little bit of why, like, I know the shooting is there. He's at 24.5 now on the season. He's up to 26. I mean, this is the type of player to go off against this team. And Daft, we didn't take CJ yesterday, and we were both talking about it together. We were like, oh man, CJ is the play here, but we didn't know what to do. I mean, BI went off as well, to be honest. But this is a similar situation I feel like I don't want to miss out on. I do feel like the Bucks are going to bring it heavy in this game. The only thing I have to go on here is just Dame as a pick and roll ball handler. You think he's going to hit those threes up top, then that's it. And they're obviously not helping out on ISO either. Zingis not being there is pretty helpful for guards driving into the lane. Trying to talk myself into it. Let me see what the ETR guys think real quick. And I don't want to dilly-dally on this. Damn you, Daft, for breaking this up and making me feel like and just not knowing what I want to do with it. I'm logged in. Did they change the way that this is working? Or is this not wide enough? Okay, cool. NBA full projections detail. If you guys are not familiar with ETR, they are changing. They're moving markets, obviously. When they come out with stuff and their projections come out every day at 5 p.m. Eastern, it's behind a pretty big paywall for those of you that don't want to spend it. But I will say, so I'm looking at Lillard. Just want to see, and he has 2 L's in his name. 35 minutes. Yeah, they have him at 23 points, 3 threes. They don't really like him as much in this game. It's not the end-all, be-all for me, for sure, but it's helpful to know. It helps me stay away when I don't. Am I going to be mad if Dame goes off and I didn't bet on him? I don't think so, to be honest with you. But I can understand why. This is the type of dude that you would bet on in this situation. He's at 26 a game. It's a lean for me right now. Let me just waffle over it some more. I don't have anything else to like add to the like the support here for it or not. So 24.5 points. You said his home road splits. We could look at that. Yeah, let's see if there's anything. If you knew that there was a home road split situation with him, and it's pretty even, right? 25.9 away, 26 at home. So that's pretty much the same shit right there. Obviously, this one was home as well last game. This one's at home, is it not? Oh, it's at Boston here. All right, we're on the road here. I don't see much of a difference there. It was mostly like he got hurt, came back. Yeah. No, I don't have anything to like get me over the top here with Dame to take the points other than just it's Dame. And if you think he's going to go off and he's currently on one, then that's it. 5 in a row that he's gone over. He's averaging like 30 in that span. He's taking a good amount of shots too. I don't know if there's like an uptick. Yeah, it's 14, 17, 18. I think it's a Giannis day, man. Here's what I wanted to look at real quick. Like, do you buy into the birthday stuff? Giannis was born today. So let's do Giannis on stats on December 6th. And StatMuse should be able to just pull through all the games that he's played on December 6th in his career. Now, this doesn't look very good, but we forget that Giannis has been in the league since like 2013. So in 2013 as a rook, he had only got 20 minutes, played 6 points. How I'm interested in using this data is not, well, look, he got 27 here. So how do you expect him to go over in this game? He got 27 in 27 minutes. That's what I care about. Is that he's scoring a point a minute on his birthday in the last 2 games on his birthday, which granted were 4 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever. So it's not a reason. It's just, I think it's helpful. I think that's relevant info. I'm not going to lie to you. So I'm kind of interested in playing some Giannis over on the points. I also like the assists is a thing. And I think someone brought up the PA, and yeah, you can't get it. So they took this. No, okay, cool. Let's back up. So 5.5. Pinnacle doesn't even like it that much. That's annoying. Everywhere else juiced it all the way down, -125. This was even money to start the day for Giannis. And we got Chris Middleton back. I mean, I kind of only like that for his assists even more. The points, though, yeah. He's definitely on a minutes limit. But here's the thing about Middleton, since we're on him now. I think he's going to be on a minutes limit of like 20 to 25 minutes. I think he's also going to pull a ton of shots in his 20 to 25 minutes. If we go to Chris Middleton stats, let's do Chris Middleton first 5 games last season, because he came back from an injury last season, was on a minutes restriction as well at one point. I forget which game it was now that he came back, because he got hurt and then had to miss a bunch of the season. When he came back, he pulled like 11 shots in like 20 minutes is what I'm saying. And that's a lot, right? That's a massive usage rate for Middleton. So I'm staying away from him entirely in this game. I understand that the like play that you might want to think of to use here is just fade the man. But I'm trying to see real quick. So this was January 11th. When did he miss time? He missed time in February, right here, right? And then he came back, I mean, right away. Yeah, I mean, he missed a month here, came back right away. The first thing he does against, look, this is the game I was trying to refer to. Thank you, Lord. It was the game against Phoenix last season. I'm not sure if you guys can see this. I'll make it a little bit bigger. But the game last season that he came back against Phoenix right here. So he missed like a month. This game was on February. This game was on March. He comes back in 25 minutes. He had 22 points pulling. I need to go to points. He had 22 points on 15 shots in 22 minutes. So more than a shot every other minute, right? 4 free throws, 4 threes. I think he's going to be pulling. I think he's going to come out and be like, all right, well, I mean, I know I'm going to the bench here after 20 minutes of run, so I might as well get my shots up. And I think that's going to be the case again. I don't think anybody's going to fault him for it. Not an easy game to do that, but I'm not necessarily going to be fading him tonight, although I appreciate that look as a potential play. Like, I think that makes sense for sure. It's just not necessarily making sense when dude is going to be going crazy is how I'm looking at that one. So, damn, Jay Brown, you don't like the Jaylen Brown points? I mean, the only thing is is the personal attack with Giannis. That's what I brought up earlier. So just kind of keep that in mind. Yeah. All right. Let me keep rolling here. I'm going to go back to the live doc. I know I haven't hit much of what you guys were talking about. I'm sure you guys were talking about Dame and Giannis and whatnot. But I didn't finish my Giannis point. Don't we think he can get 30 tonight? What's he done here this year against this squad? I mean, he's got 30 in both of them this season. Last season against this team, yeah, he did not do well last season. That's right. They won by 13. Dame did some of the work last season, but won by 33, lost by 3, not doing well. I don't know, but there was no Zingas there. There was Zingas there. So, but no, man, I'm torn here with Giannis too. I don't want to just go over because of what he's done. I like the birthday angle. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's a sprinkle of a triple double. What's the Giannis triple double? Anybody have that up? If you do, let me know. But I'm gonna pull it up real quick if I can. The Giannis triple double might be a look just for the birthday love. Little Giannis birthday play. All right. I'm just pulling it to see real quick. Giannis. See if we get him on the triple double, what that does. It's probably like what, plus 400, something stupid. I'm not. It's plus 900 on Caesar, plus 750 on DK and on Caesars. That might be worth a sprinkle, man. If you can get it plus 900 on Caesars too, that's pretty nice. I like that. What about a bitch ass birthday parlay? Yeah, like he's a crip. Parlay, dog. I kind of like it. I'm gonna just put it on the leans for now for the Giannis TD. I'm just putting it down there for right now. I'm probably gonna throw that in the chat. Giannis TD 3 for his birthday. I mean, somebody's got to do it, man. Can't be leaving that one on the table. I don't know that he's ever had a triple double against this team. He had rebounds here. Yeah, he doesn't have double digit assists against them is really what's going to do us in. I think it's going to be that. That's the problem. So yeah, either way though, I think that the points are probably the look without Zingas in there. It's a little bit harder to build a wall to keep him out. PA probably a good look as well. Blue Mamba brought up Brooke Lopez scored 20. Wow. He has hit this in 3 of the last 10 and is attempting 16 shots at 30 or more minutes of play in the last 2 at TD Garden. Yeah, because they play that drop defense. I can see that. That makes sense. For the Brook Lopez over. I mean, the 20, what was that number? If it was that, I believe that was a really high number. So I don't hate it. Plus 1,400. Yeah, so 14 to 1 for him to hit 20. So it's a long shot for sure, but that's why. I mean, he's only at 9.5 on the points tonight because you got Chris Middleton back. So that might eat into it a little bit, but that's so low. It's because he had 2 bad games in a row. I mean, he only took 5 and 5 shots is a big reason for it. And I'm really surprised, as we know, how poorly he did in this game against Detroit. I'm a little bit scared of Brolo with the lack of shots, to be honest. And I get the thinking here. Bobby P's come in and eating up a lot of those shots as well. I mean, he's taken more shots than him both games of the last 2. So I'm not. Look, you got the bet in. I'm not against it too much. At 14 to 1, like best of luck. That's a good long shot right there. I'm staying away from Dame. I know I sound like a huge wuss right now. If anything, I'm like really intrigued by this Brolo. But I think if I put another Brolo points prop in the VIP Discord, everybody would probably leave. So I'd rather not do that right now. Let me see what else we got in a live doc. That's what I want to do, so I can get somebody to get my attention on something else right now. That Warriors game, I see some of y'all talking about that as well. Yeah, how did Rudy have? I see you Free Sauce talking about Rudy on the PA. How did he have assists last game? That's crazy. I really wanted to take what's his name, Anthony Simons. If we're gonna have Keontae George guarding him, we don't have as many players around right now for that squad. But I took the Al Horford stuff. Let me see real quick. Let me make sure I got that in as well. Stand by, please. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm taking that. Al Horford, I don't know if you guys see that, but the Al Horford PRA, I'm taking the over on that, 16.5 PRA. What do we put that at? I just want to hit that real quick. We got that at, yeah, I need to look at that real quick. So yeah, for the Al Horford, that's the last bet I'm putting from this game. I mean, there's a lot in this game, so I mean that's why we're on it for so long. But where's Papa Al? I passed him. Papa Al for the PRA, 16.5, minus 110 DK. Yeah, that's still the best price. All right, I'm taking that. Get me that. All right, like the Al Horford stuff. All right, gonna have to get that stuff in. Okay, let me see. I was gonna go to that other one. I just want to make sure there's no other games. I was like, wait, I definitely want to go over this stuff with y'all real quick. I don't love these fucking games. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't. I hate that I don't love them, but I don't. Andrew Wiggins, where you at with the? Let's see if we got any update on the injury news, y'all. So we're gonna have Trey, Malcolm Bryan. This is all Saturday stuff. Drummond's still questionable, obviously. Thanks so much for the help. Injury report. And I just need to get that bottom line scrolling again. All right. Richards, I'm just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. These are all old updates, so nothing helpful there. But for this game right here, so the questions were, someone was fading Draymond. Draymond actually has some pretty good numbers as far as the rebounds go against this team. He's at 6.5 right now. We look at them head-to-head last season. Over in 2 of these games, only played 2 minutes in this one. I believe he got ejected right away. Yeah, this isn't the one where we put him in a headlock. He just got ejected right away in this other one. Oh, yeah, the headlock game, though. That was great. I think the rebounds are the play for Draymond. I think we're going to see some Kevon Looney in this one. We don't have his stuff up yet, but I would say Looney as well. Looney head-to-head versus this squad last season. Got some minutes. 32 in this game. And just 19 in this one, but they obviously wanted him in a game where you're going to have him going up against Rudy. So I think Draymond on the 6 rebounds is kind of low, man. I mean, that's what I was looking at with Draymond. This is the other great use of StatMuse. You can do Draymond Green versus Rudy Gobert, and now you're just going to get the games where he plays versus Rudy. Let's do last 8 games just so we have a sample size to look at real quick. 10 points, 7 boards per game, 6.9, nice assists. The board, let's actually just filter this so it's the most recent. So we got 3 24s last year, March, 8 boards, 2 in the one they got tossed, 9, and then we know. Then the season before, 7 boards, just 4 here. The PR might not be a bad play because Rudy's not going to want to come out and guard him, so he's going to get some open shots. What about Draymond? Yeah, there you go, Nate. That's where I'm at too. Yeah, the PR might be a look as well. Let's put that up instead. So PR, this is 24-25. He's at 15 a game. Last year head-to-head, the PR was 20 as well because he had the 12 and the 9. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm noticing here as we go through the way that he's been successful against Rudy. I mean, 10 and 9, 12 and 6, 11. This is Utah, so I don't really even want to go there. And obviously, this is a much different team. This is their championship. No, this was the beginning of the next season as they were defending champs, and then still had a good year. I think it's the Draymond, either the PR. He loves playing Rudy. Like, this is something else you can put into human motivation. Put him in just doesn't like the dude. It's just that simple. So I do think that's motivation for our guy here. So we're going either boards or just boards and points, right? But the boards, man, 7, he's gotten 7 so often against this team. And if Wiggs is potentially out, I think you just take the boards alone and maybe take the PR. I think that's what I'm going to do with Al Horford too. I think I'm going to take the points alone and I'm going to take the points, rebounds, and assists. Yeah. Let's see real quick. Yeah, I'm with that. Oh, yeah, for sure. I was just looking at a comment too to make sure I was missing anything. So for Draymond, what am I taking here? Just the rebounds, and then also the points and the rebounds probably is what I'm thinking. What's his threes at? Let's be absolutely insane for him to make 2 of them. Yeah, that's fucking insane. 2 threes for Draymond. Out of here. 1.5 on the season. Nah. That's a no for me, dog. All right, but I'm gonna put Draymond down there. I'm taking both, man. Honestly, I'm gonna end up playing both. I know it. Draymond over 14.5, right? On the PR. Points and rebounds. 14.5. Even money there. -109 on Caesars. I don't even know why I'm messing with the points if I just like the rebounds so much. Maybe we go rebounds and double. All right, I'm putting the boards. I'm putting over 6.5 rebs. Because you can still get plus money on that as well. So 7 rebounds for him. God damn. They really don't think he's going to do that. Plus 116 right here. You can get plus 110 on MGM and 365. Damn, I don't like that Pinnacle is the book holding the lowest implied probability, though. Do not much care for that. All right. Leave that for now. I think the PR is also a good hit. I am going to end up playing both these. Let me put that in here. Draymond, we're going for the boards. You can get plus 110 on bet 365 or MGM. I think this is playable to even money for sure. So I'm putting that in there. Let's do this. 1U. All right. I'm adding that. We out here. I know that Looney's out there. I really don't care. We could use this to find that as well if we want for Golden State. I'll just do it this season real quick. So I'm going to do on court for Draymond, and I'm not going to put Wiggins in there. I'm going to put Kevon Looney in here, and then Steph. And I just want those dudes. I'll put Kuminga as well. Let's see. All right. So those dudes, I'm going to select them, and I'm going to take off Wiggins. I guess he hasn't played with Looney basically at all this season is probably what it is. Let's see if I can get Looney and Draymond together. Yeah, he hasn't really played with Looney very much. Just 8 minutes on the season with Looney and didn't get any rebounds there. So this isn't going to help us because he hasn't played any minutes with Looney. But either way, I think the rebounds are the play here. I'm going to put that in and actually send that out as well because I'm going to hit that. So, yeah, I think that the board, I just think he's going to be going crazy on the boards, and that's what he can control. And I do think he's going to try to score and probably go right at Rudy. And I don't hate it, man. He's gone over the points in every game that he's played in there as well. So it might even just be one of these parlays for day where it's just parlay his and you can get 7.5 points too. Golly, do we just take the points separate? I think so. 7.5 points. It's -130. On the season alone, he's at 8.8. Yeah, I like this. I'm putting that in for Draymond as well. I don't care. I'll take 7.5 points for him. And over 7.5 points. That's -130. I would take the 8.5. What's the number though? Oh yeah, and this is going down. This is dropping. So let's wait on the points. We might be able to get a better number than on the points because this is going down, and I still like it. And I'm happy to fade what's happening. I'm sure that there's some not very good projections for him on like ETR. I'm going over here because I think it was my guy Legacy King that was asking about Jaylen Brown, right? So JB tonight, they have him at 26. 3.5 assists. Yeah, I wanted to go under on the dimes as well for JB, just since you're bringing it up. Where's he at? Jaylen Brown assist. Or they still, yeah, if you can get under 4.5 and maybe combine that with an over on the points, I think that's a good look. Let me go back over here real quick and go back to Boston. And bear with me. I'm putting the Draymond stuff in. I'm definitely, I need to get that bet in. Over 6.5 Rebs plus 110. Is it, maybe there was an announcement that that Kevon Looney is starting, something to that effect. If anybody has anything like that, that would be super helpful to know. I'm just going back to my noties real quick. Yeah, LeBron's playing, y'all. So do with that what you will. I actually like things overs for Chris Middleton a little bit more with him not starting, coming off the bench and not having to play the starters, but getting more against like Jordan Walsh and Drew Peterson minutes. That's good for Chris Middleton. So that makes sense that he's coming off the bench and not playing. I don't think you take his unders, y'all. Like, I just don't think it's like, he's on a minutes limit, so we fade Chris Middleton. I was showing earlier, dude took 20, what did he take? 20 shots in 20 minutes, whatever it was, like 15 shots in 22 minutes. So like he's going to be coming out firing because he knows he only has so much time to play. But while I'm doing all this, go ahead and give that video a like as well. If you're in here lurking, like at least, you know what I mean? Let me see real quick for JB. I think there's something there for negative correlation. Where's his numbers best? 4.5 is the dimes. The best under for the dimes is going to be minus 140 on ESPN bet. If you can get minus, I guess 160, and then DraftKings minus 162. Let's just do it on DK for a minute and see if we can't find a pretty good parlay with negative correlation for Jaylen. So I'm pulling up JB, same game parlay. I just don't think he's going to be diming up. What has he done against this team? Let me make sure I'm not missing something. Head-to-head, 4-4. Last season, just one game against them. Oh, this is without Zingis, too. Let me just take Zingis out. So he had one with Zingis, and he got 8 assists in that game, and that was like the first one of last season on 13 potentials, but then no other game with that many potentials, just 7 here. So yeah, I think this is a good under on the dimes, but I don't want to drink the juice. So let me put this in a parlay. Let me take JB, who I do think is going to have a good game, and go, I mean, if we do 25 plus, this is going to be a wonderful parlay, but let's just see what 20 plus as a very safe bet gets us. And then under on the assists, let's see, Jaylen Brown assists. Oh, I want his over under. Jaylen Brown over under 4.5. Under that gets us plus 118. Oh yeah. Yeah, we can work with that. We could def work with that. Let me just see on FanDuel as well. So I know those are the 2 most popular books. If we can kind of get the same thing, but that's where we're at. And we've talked about this before, but negative correlation is anything where it's like over for his points, under for his assists, negatively correlated, because you're saying he's going to have the ball in his hands enough to get 20 points, but he's not going to happen to get 5 assists in that situation. So we get a little bit extra juice on the odds. I'm just going to check this here. Player points. Let's go 20 plus for JB. Minus 270. I think we're already off to a better start on the odds. If we go under on his dimes, Jaylen Brown, under 4.5, plus 119. So a little bit better. You can even go plus under 5.5. I don't want minus 131. I'll just take the under 4.5. To be honest, I'm not scared of that. So plus 119, that's a little bit better as well. And I do think that the parlay calculator would tell us that. Let me just do parlay calculator. Where's the I should probably have that bookmarked. If we take bet 1 and put it in at minus 172, and then the 20 points was minus 270, that should get us just okay. So we're getting only a little bit more, like plus we're getting like 1 extra cent, but they're basically giving us the same odds. They're not really giving us much more juice. I just think that's a good way to juice it up. And that's the same game parlay that I'm going to play here. Is I don't think he's getting dimes. So I'm going Jaylen Brown 20 plus points / under 4.5 assists, gets you plus 119 on FD. think that's a good look for our guy. I think that's a better way to play his points, to be honest. I mean, he's probably still going to get his 25. I'm probably being soft as hell by doing that, but I need to get this bet in as well. Just bear with me, please, while I do that for 1 second. All right. This is the other thing I need is someone to just hit up the chat with what I've got going on. All right. Bet 365. All right. All right. I got those 2 bets in. I think I'm still taking Draymond on the points. I'm so not afraid of that. But I've got him down there. All right, let's keep rolling for a minute. I've got, good amount of time left, so let's not waste it. All right. Let's see. Let me get into thank you, Dave. We got Torian Prince game time decision. This is good, helpful. Yeah, unlikely to start as well. Like this. Yeah, the RA for Steph. I mean, obviously this team doesn't give up much assists, but let's take a look at it. It does feel kind of low. Haven't looked at Sabonis yet, Zach, just because I saw your question about that. Let me go back to that Warriors game real quick, and I'll look at a couple others. Steph on the RA, eh? Yeah, golly. 10.5. Obviously, this is a nice hit rate. Same time, obviously, this is a good defense that's playing a lot better. Not awesome, but better. Enough to win the last game. I do think that they're probably going to pull this game out tonight. I think that the Timberwolves are on alert to probably win this one. I believe they're still underdogs, but the Wiggins stuff will be really, really important for this team. That would probably be a big reason for it. Maybe the Wiggs stuff, but I mean, he's played with Wiggins all season. So what are we doing there? I mean, with Wiggins, he's still 12 of 16. He's played every game that he's had with Andrew Wiggins. So that's not relevant here. The boards, it's above his pay grade a little bit on the boards, if we're being honest. But the dimes are something he's been doing all year, right? 5.5 on the dimes. Yeah, it's not great numbers. Obviously, if we look at the FanDuel Fantasy Pros, just for the position versus defensive rank here, we look at PGs on the season. Minnesota limiting them pretty good. It's Steph, so I don't care about that as much. Rebounds really good, and the dime. So that's really what this is like. This is a top 3 defense limiting point guards, rebounds, and assists, and top 5 limiting its points. 4th best limiting points to the PG. How has Steph done against this team? Do not remember. Last year, 3 assists in each of those games. I don't know if we want to use last year. Who was even playing last year? This team was total. I mean, it was different. It wasn't totally different, but it was different. It had Clay, not Buddy. But yeah, I mean, the points are still a really good look. Honestly, I don't know if you want to mess with anything but that. Points and assists could be it. He had 20 PRA. Yeah. What happened in this Kings game again? Oh, this is last season, you dumbass. Yeah, he just had a good game against the Nuggets, even though they lost. That's right. And he did play the 34 minutes. He was complaining about that. 17 potential assists in that game. That was without Draymond. So we'll keep that in mind. So yeah, I think I know these numbers look really good for the rebounds and assists. I totally do. I don't have an awesome reason not to take it other than how good this defense is against it. The points would be a little bit more to my liking, I think. I know that that's a little bit scary with his hit rate this season, but not worried about that. Pick and roll ball handler issues, pretty good above the break. This is Steph, though. Like, it doesn't matter. Is he going to hit his shots or is he not? What's his threes at? 4.5 on the threes, even money on DK. Other places, it's a little bit less. And he's at 4 a lot this season, exactly 4 a lot. So I don't know. Maybe that's the look for a parlay piece for him. But yeah, I mean, honestly, if you're going to take the RA, I might just be taking the PRA because I'm starting to really like the points a lot as I look at it. I know it's gone up from 23.5. Pinnacle thinks this is really likely. I think this might just be a Steph scoring game, to be honest. And where he just says, like, I'm not going to be able to get in the lane and get passes off against a long, really good, lanky defense that is going to be everywhere in the passing lanes. So I should just score. And is what he did last season. How many threes did he hit against this team? Yeah, 5 and 5 on 13 and 11 attempts against them. Not really missing too many guys. I think the points is actually a look for Steph a little bit more. I like him in this situation to have to shoot and just keep shooting those threes. And they rested him last night for that reason. So either PRA, I like it all, man. I ain't mad at none of it. I ain't gonna lie. Is he out? Oh, he's playing. Damn it. I was really hoping that we were going to have Kobe out, but thank you for putting that up, David. Kobe White is out. Kobe White. So what was that look? Io. Yes, Io is where I'm going to go with that. That was what I was waiting for that. I'm putting Steph on the bottom line. I mean, it's chalky, but like, how fun is it to bet on Steph Curry? Why would we not want to bet on Steph Curry when in a situation that he's been held out to score? All right, let's get Steph Wardell Curry. His first name is Wardell, for those that didn't know. Steph Curry over 24.5 points gets you minus 110 on DK. Yeah, minus 105 on MGM. I would play that for minus 105 on MGM. All right, let me put that in the bottom line real quick. Minus 105, bet MGM. Put that in there. All right, save that. Cool. Let's keep it rolling. I see where Daps is at with the RA. Like, it makes no sense not to. Just this team's a little bit more vulnerable against guards of his stature scoring rather than they are him getting dimes and boards specifically. So that's kind of where I'm looking at there. I'm looking at Simons tonight. I appreciate the question, wheelchair driver, because Shaedon Sharp or Simmons, I think Anthony Simons is going to have the Keontae George matchup. Shaedon Sharp's going to get the Colin Sexton matchup. Colin Sexton's nasty with it. He's got the nicest on-off defensive rating on the Utah Jazz. He's the best, basically the best defender on their team at this point. And so, yeah, if he's going to be guarding Shaedon Sharp, then yeah. Slutty ass books. So you liked IO as well. Damn it. Yeah. I'm glad you brought that back because we know that I have the ADDs and need to be put back into my place. They took it all down. What can you bet on your Ladbrokes bullshit that you have or whatever? You can't get DK. Brother, sorry. Yeah, PA, right? Like, I didn't hate the rebounds either. 3.5 was so low. What about just the PRA then? 20.5 against the Pacers. They suck. I love Io. I really wish he would get more time. It's like, yeah, let's keep playing the same dudes. Like, let's play Kobe White with Zach LaVine, who do the same thing, which is not play defense and shoot a lot of pull-ups. But no, definitely don't get Io in there, who is a do-it-all kind of selfless player for sure. 20.5 on that. I don't care about the points as much, although those are even low at 13.5. Without Kobe White, points and assists, right? And I can get that. 17.5. I'm going to play that. I don't know if it's going to come back up on something else, but I'm going to play that. Yeah, I'm adding that to the card right now. That is Io Dosunmu. Ayo. Dosunmu over 17.5 PA. Fuck them, right? What am I missing here? Now, what's coming up in my brain that's making me? I mean, this total is what, 245 or it was like 248. Let me go back to NBA. Come on now. Maybe go all the way down NBA down here. Clear all. Get this out of my face. Chicago 248.5. There's going to be points. There's going to be assists as a result of those points. I might even just take him for the points. To be honest, he's at 12.7, dimes 4.5, rebounds 3.5. Oh, and those are going down too now. Just because he's going to get more minutes, right? Like, I don't think Kobe White's missed very many games. I think he's only missed the one. So this doesn't going to help us much. But he got 30 minutes versus the Bulls, but the Nets, but they won by 30 or 26. So like he didn't even have to play very much to get the rebound chances. The other game, he had 12 last game. Yeah. Daph's hood math is telling us that we have an advantage on that. I'm going to hit that. I want to play the rebounds by themselves as well. Okay. It was just 120. What did it go down to? Plus 105 on the board. I think I'm just going to take that by itself as well. On the rebounds. So, because it's Vooch going up against Miles Turner. So they take each other out. Then you got Pascal in there as well. I'm not worried about that as much, I guess. 3.5 boards. Let me take this without Kobe White stuff out. So maybe it's minutes that he needs to play because all these misses here. He's still playing 30 minutes. Obviously, in this one without Kobe White, he played 35 last night. Man, that's far as rebounding goes, they're not a bad rebounding team. I'll leave the boards out for now. I don't know if I want to play that the stuff with no, White is out. White is out, right? That's what we just got as an update. But yeah, if White was in, I wouldn't touch this with your money. But I thought he was out. Fuck me. I thought that said he was out. Fuck, that sucks. All right, I thought that I just totally fucked that up. My bad, y'all. Why did I think that? I don't know, because I probably need more sleep, is my guess. All right, yeah, if White's in, then that's an out. I thought that in my head that was incorrect. So I guess you got to stay away from IO. I like read your message and was just like, oh, okay, he's out, but you said he was in, so I'm just an idiot. In this game, is Scoot out? Do we know yet? If we don't have any updates on Scoot, right? If Scoot's out, I'm just gonna probably go right to Simon's points. But that's my preferred play, is the Simon stuff over the Sharp, the Sharp stuff. So White and Ball, and yeah, fuck me. Oh well. We'll see if Io can get 17.5. We'll see how it goes. Fucking idiot. Whatever. All right, let me see about some other looks, and then I'm going to roll and try to apologize profusely to everybody who, please don't bet on IO if you didn't yet. I can't believe how bad of a fuck up that was. How about a shout out for David, though? Am I right? Like, appreciate you, my man, for real. Doing a great job. Thank you for producing this thing, because it has made this way better, for sure. So much appreciated. Jaylen Johnson, I'll look at this game real quick, and then I'm going to dip out. The Jaylen Johnson stuff, I love this dude. I don't have a good reason not to play his stuff, but it was at 20.5, and it's been bet down to 18.5 on DK. Why? Who's going to stop him? Rui Hachimura? Like 14 shots, 19 shots. This is another high total game, right? What's this? 233.5? Not as high as it could be. The Hawks have been a little bit better on defense, y'all. Don't be too mistaken. Give that video a like as we're about to dip out of here too. Oh, did it really? Because he's not starting? That's a really good call. That's a really, really good call, Legacy King, aka Jabba the Hutt, aka Pookie Bear. That's his name. I mean, I guess I call him Pookie Bear. The Middleton stuff, is that really? So that's just because of that news? Because I don't think ETR would have him that low. Where is that at? Let's pull up Chris. 17.5 minutes, 9 points. Just because he's not starting? Yeah, that's interesting. I think he's going to pull, man. I think he's just going to pull and pull and pull. And even if he's in there for 15 fucking minutes, I think he's going to take 15 shots. I like it. I like the over 8.5 points even by itself. I'm sure he'll be everywhere. I'm going to go back to last season real quick and look at that Phoenix game right here. He had 7 assists in that. He had 3 rebounds. That's crazy, dude. He had 32 in his first game back after missing a month and just like being injured forever, and then just came back pulling 22 points in 25 minutes against the Suns. Granted, that's not the Celtics. I get it. Or just the PR, maybe. What's the PR for him? Yeah, you got me. You got my attention on this one for sure. 11.5 on the PR. Let's say he takes 10 shots in 20 minutes and makes 5 of them. 4 of them, and one of them's a 3. You see what I'm saying? And then some rebounds just fall in his lap because there's no Zingas either. PR is plus 100. The points are plus 100. You can get plus 108 on the points on Caesar. Fuck it, take them both. Just parlay them. Right? I think that might be the play. I'm gonna hit Chris Middleton. Great call, bro. I appreciate that. Ooh. Here's a play. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. This play does suck. Give us something fun on a Friday, man. My life sucks as is. Why don't you give me something fun? I fucking hate myself already. No, parlay. This is a good look too. Hallie's under 3s over assists. I'm not scared of the assists. I'm scared of Hallie in general. I'm scared of that Pacers bum ass squad. But that could be a look. And I know what you're looking at there with the Pacers in their game against the Bulls. Yeah. Under on the 3s is interesting. I don't know about the Bulls defense. I'm hitting Chris Middleton, and I'm going to be parlaying some stuff. Do we just take the points and the rebounds separately? or do we just parlay one together and then hit the points by themselves? All right, let's go points and rebounds because it's just 2.5 and we're not losing much here. So he needs 12, or he would need 3 and 9, which is the same thing. And you're getting even money for that. And you get the benefit of both. I think that's probably the look too. Let's take Middleton on the PR. That's where I'm going to go with this. Taking Middleton on the PR. All right, updating this. This is going on the bottom line. Middleton over 11.5 PR is plus 100. Why am I second guess? I don't think Wemby's playing, by the way. I hope everyone's on that same page. Like, I don't think Wemby's playing. And that's why Jeremy Sohan's rebounds went straight the hell up. Thank you for putting that in there, David. That is super helpful. I didn't make that clear that I'm on the strong page that he is not going to be playing tonight. Part of that is a little bit of digging where, like, Wemby, if they don't play Wemby tonight, they can't possibly get in trouble for not announcing his stuff last night early enough. They were in jeopardy of getting, like, investigated by the NBA for not properly announcing his stuff. And his injury updates. So then if they don't play him tonight, they avoid getting that problem, right? And getting investigated. So I think they don't play him to avoid investigation. Other thing is they are a little bit if they do worse than the Bulls, they get the Bulls pick in the first round. So if they lost, that was a big reason to lose to the Bulls last night. I wish I had that angle a little bit earlier, but all right, let me get I have the Middleton thing in there, right? Yeah. I got Middleton there. What's the parlay for him as well on the rebounds? I think that's the look. I'm gonna get that into the VIP Discord. I gotta go to get those dudes everything. Do give that video a like, much appreciated if you would. If you've been getting anything out of the streams, big shout out to David once again. Really appreciate you producing this thing, man, because it's a ton of help and we got a lot more out. I'm going to pin a comment. I know I keep saying it and I didn't do it the last 2 shows and that's on me, but this show I will be pinning a comment with the final plays here for those that came in late and checked it out. If you do want access to the VIP Discord, I did a terrible job of letting you guys know about that right now. I added 5 more last night codes. These ran out, but I added 5 more for VIP. DISC is the code if you want to get 50% off first 2 months in the VIP Discord. Up 22 units on the season now. Appreciate that, David. So yeah, if you want to jump in there, link is in the description of the video. Link's also right there in a comment. I'll be back with NBA stuff tonight for tomorrow morning. Also going to have NFL player props and anytime touchdowns. Got both of those coming out tomorrow on Saturday so that you can have that stuff for Sunday. So jump in there if you want to catch all that on the YouTube channel, as well as that VIP Discord. Also got the free Discord if you guys are interested. So appreciate your time, everybody. We'll be back here on the show on Monday. So until I see you then, happy betting.